What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, and hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rema Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, it's only right. We did it for Battlefield 2042 earlier, so now it's time to give Call of Duty Vanguard their just due in the multiplayer aspect of the game. So now we got an article here from IGN. We're going to read, we're going to react. That's just how we do. Before we get into it, I just want to point something out. This game has a 2.3 user rating, right? So I want y'all to take notice of something. Battlefield had a 1.9 user rating, right? You look at Call of Duty Vanguard. You can go Google it right now. 2.3 user rating. On a 5-point system, we live in a day and age where in a 5-point system, we have two AAA development companies, two first-person shooters developed by AAA companies, and combined, they cannot get 5 stars combined. I just want y'all to sit on that. 2.3 plus 1.9, correct me if I'm wrong, it's about what, 4.2? So on a 5-point scale between two AAA developers, we can't get 5 stars between the both of you combined. I just want to preface the video with that. Now, having said all that, let's get into it. Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer review. I've spent the weekend after launch playing Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer, and I'm glad to say I'm having a lot of fun. Mind you, I have had fun with this series most years, and I wouldn't necessarily call Vanguard a high point, even among the past few games. The biggest issue is that it doesn't really do anything new and feels all too familiar. Yeah, no shit. More of a refined riff of what we've played, in Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare than something its own distinctive style of gameplay. I feel compelled to slap it with words like uninspired and unambitious, and it seems to have carried over a few small technical annoyances from last year. And yet around the mostly excellent new maps, upgrading my weapons to highly satisfying levels, and most importantly, shooting other people in the face. We mean in the video game terms, YouTube, don't be tripping. I have to say that in spite of its familiarity, Call of Duty Vanguard's multiplayer is dependably a good time. It would have been nice to have seen the tried and true formula get shaken up at least a little bit. If nothing else, they could have reinvigorated the first days and weeks of the matches where everybody's discovering how to use the new stuff and blowing themselves up. But in Vanguard's multiplayer, it's strictly business as usual. Level up your profile to unlock weapons, level up your weapons to unlock attachments, and complete weapon challenges to unlock skins. I'm at a level 8-1 Prestige now. I'm at a level 8 Prestige 1 now, which is not an indicator of my skill so much as an indicator of how much I like to play it. That being said, some of the weapon challenges are infuriating to say the least. Sure, getting 100 hipfire kills is a snap with an LMG or an assault rifle, especially in a close quarters map like Das Haus. That's what those guns are built for. But getting 100 hipfire kills with a sniper rifle sucks so much I'm not even going to bother. Well, okay, I'm probably going to try because I'm a sucker for unlocking all the skins, but I won't like it. Which brings me to the irksome technical issues when you unlock a new attachment or feature for your operator. It's marked with a little green dot to indicate it's new. And just like last year, the dots don't always clear when you've acknowledged them. It's a small thing that drives me absolutely crazy, especially when I think I've unlocked something only to discover no, actually, it's the same grip from 17 levels ago. There's a new menu option to clear all the indicators, which is brilliant, except it doesn't work. Go figure. You can describe all games in the past 2 or 3 years like that. They don't fucking work. As someone who can't stand unread email notifications on my phone, this is a small but very annoying quirk that hits me almost every time. Anyway, the crown jewel of Vanguard's multiplayer is its maps. In fact, this might just be the best collection of launch maps of any Call of Duty game in recent memory. You know that feeling when you're loading into a map and you're like, oh no, not this map. Dear Lord, please, anything but this map. I haven't had that even once. Some are obviously better than others, but Demyansk, I can't pronounce this shit, and Numa Numa are far and away my favorites. The range of sizes and loadouts with each maps means I have to rethink my playstyle every time we rotate to a new one, and I really like being kept on my toes like that. Also, the occasional hiding spots sprinkled throughout the maps are a great touch. Those bent over palm trees in Numa Numa sure are fun places to rack up long range kills. So y'all know where to go on that map we just told y'all. What's annoying though is that there's not enough visual distinction between teams. The Vanguard Waltz, a name I made up just now, is when you and a member of the other team run into another in close quarters and do a little dance until one of you notices the other names and indicator are red. I think I'm getting a bit better at spotting bad guys, but it's still a pain, and there's pretty much nothing that can be done about it at this point. Sorry, y'all. Finally, there's a new Champion Hill mode. It made a great first impression during both the Alpha and Activision's virtual review event, and now being able to play with a friend watching my back as our 2 or 3 man squad dukes it out has improved it because communication is key to racking up points in its enclosed arenas. And at the same time, the novelty has already started to wear off one weekend in. It's still great, but don't get me wrong, I still highly recommend banking our winnings to unlock the Flame Knot because man, oh man, does that feel good. But its novel approach to team-based elimination tournaments has fallen to the wayside, and the more I play on the standard multiplayer maps. Verdict. In my week with Call of Duty Vanguard's multiplayer, I've reliably had a good time. Especially now that I can play with my traditional friend group. The small team based champion mode is the best mode for a tight pair or trio of buddies. But you can't go too far wrong because all the maps are fast, fun, and most of all, varied in layout and how you have to approach them. The gunplay and movement is top notch and feels better than last year. But here's the thing: there's always a but. You can say almost all of that about the last 2 Call of Duty games. And if you already played those to the point to where you're tired of it and naturally moved onto other things, I can see it being hard to get really excited about jumping back in for more of the same. That being said, I can't deny that Call of Duty multiplayer formula is so finely honed, even when it doesn't feel new, it still feels fun. You know what I get when I read this, and that's the end of the article. You know what I read when I read this? I see a guy that wants to give this game I see a guy that truly likes this game, but that is letting his bias get in the way of what's up. You understand what I'm saying? Now look, I haven't bought the game, I haven't played the game, but I can say this. You don't get a 2.3 user score on a scale of 5 if your game is as good as this guy is trying to say it is. What's his name? Seth Macy? No disrespect to Mr. Macy. I don't know you personally, but I'm like this. It's okay to have fun with the game, but you pretty much said the game is fine while telling everyone all the problems that they're currently having with it, which are the same as you. You understand what I'm saying? So which one is it? Is the game good? Is it not? Because to me, it seems like you're trying to cover up for the game not being as good as it should be by saying, well, at least I have fun with it. That may be you, but what about the other people who say that this game is not so good, which are way more than you? I'm seeing more people in this 2.3 star rating saying that they don't want to fuck with this game and they don't like this game versus you saying, oh, everything about it is cool, but I got the same problems that these guys are having. Come on now. It can't go down like that. It can't go down like that. And I'm still trying to understand how the hell we got AAA development companies that can't get 5 stars between the both of them on a 5-star system, and there's 2 of them. What does that say about the nature of this game? And then to the people that sit there and say, well, it's the same game. Yeah, we've been telling y'all this ain't nothing more than maybe Diet World War II. An update, this ain't nothing more than World War II updated. That's it. So I'm going to close the video out on this. If y'all decide y'all want to go ahead and get this game, go ahead. But a 2.3 user rating, come on now. That ain't nothing that says I should buy this game full price. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm out.